Good day, I'm Theodore Henry, and this is your JIS News for Friday, August 26, 2022. National Housing Trust (NHT) contributors in the corporate area can expect to benefit from just over 1,500 housing units in the next 3 years. Prime Minister Andrew Holness says the 13 projects, which are spread across Kingston and St. Andrew, will be delivered between 2022 and 2025. 3 of the developments, providing a total of 272 units, will be completed this year at Metcalfe Street, Vineyard Town and Foreshore Estate. In 2023, another 640 units will come on the market at Bellrock, St. Paul's Lane, Surbiton, Penwood, Maxfield and Howard Avenue. And between 2024 and 2025, another 4 developments comprised of 593 housing units will be available in the communities of White Wing, Rasta City, Bay Farm Road and Ruthven Phase 2.
These are all on track, being developed, and will come to market as they are completed for the benefit of the contributors.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness made the announcement as he handed over 32 duplex units in the Majesty Gardens community on Wednesday. The Ministry of Education will begin the distribution of textbooks during the first week of the new school year, which begins on Monday, September 5. Portfolio Minister Favour Williams made the announcement on Wednesday at the 58th Annual Jamaica Teachers Association JTA Conference in Montego Bay. She says approximately $2 billion has been spent to purchase textbooks for students at the primary and secondary levels for the 2022-2023 academic year.
And I can report that with regards to books, primary school procurement is completed and distribution to commence in the first week of school. For our secondary schools, the books are already here in Jamaica and they will be out by the first week of school.
In the meantime, she says the ministry will continue the rollout of electronic textbooks in secondary schools, which was piloted during the pandemic.
All our students from grade 7 to 11, and I'm not afraid to say all because it's electronic, will have their English 1, 2, 3 books and the CSEC English book in electronic format. We have all of the email addresses for all our students. We will directly send the link to them so that they can access the books.
Meanwhile, the Education Minister is asserting that technology will remain a permanent component of Jamaica's educational system. The integration and use of technology, particularly distance learning, has been accelerated during the COVID-19 pandemic due to the need for social distancing. But while face-to-face has resumed, Minister Favour Williams says the utilization of information and communications technology, ICT, in the classroom, alongside more conventional methods of teaching, will be advantageous for the nation.
It will not replace teachers. You will still be in the classroom. We're just making it more exciting and more interesting for the teacher and the student.
The minister was addressing the investor briefing for one-on-one educational services held at the Terra Nova All-Suite Hotel in St. Andrew recently. She said the ministry would continue partnering with one-on-one educational services to deliver programs that assist students and the learning process. Still on education, government is providing $2.03 billion in back-to-school grants to beneficiary students under the Program of Advancement through Health and Education, PATH, and the Poor Relief Program. These were outlined in a press release from the Ministry of Labour and Social Security earlier this week. Over 150,000 students in primary and secondary schools are each set to receive $10,000 in added benefits provided by the Special Economic Relief Program, SERP. This is in addition to the annual PATH back-to-school grant of $3,500 per beneficiary student, which was introduced in September 2018. The back-to-school grants are being delivered to eligible families by the Ministry of Labour and Social Security, along with the regular bi-monthly PATH payout, which began on Monday, August 22. The ministry has also budgeted $40 million for post-secondary grants as incentives to former beneficiary students who continue to pursue studies at levels up to associate degrees. and $424 million in tertiary bursaries is budgeted for those pursuing bachelor's degrees in tertiary institutions accredited by the University Council of Jamaica. Each tertiary bursary is valued at $100,000 per year and is available for up to 4 years of study, conditioned on satisfactory performance. In other news, farmers can now contact the Rural Agricultural Development Authority, RADA, to get their first acre of land prepared for free. This is done through the Grow Smart, Eat Smart production program. It will involve the ministry covering the costs of preparing up to 1 acre of land for 5,000 farmers, primarily youth and women in the sector. Agriculture and Fisheries Minister Pernell Charles Jr. says this is consistent with the ministry's commitment to provide a $63 million special incentive program for land preparation, the first tranche of which has already been issued to RADA.
We are going to continue to push for the remaining funds to be distributed in short order.
He made the disclosure at a handover ceremony on Wednesday, where 2 backhoes were provided to support land preparation activities in farming communities in St. Thomas and in Westmoreland. And finally, discussions are underway with the Jamaica Karting Association and the Jamaica Millennium Motoring Club to further develop motorsport locally. Minister of Culture, Gender, Entertainment and Sport, Olivia Grange, made the disclosure during a recent courtesy call with young Jamaican karting star Alex Powell.
The future looks good for go-kart racing and for motor racing. And I'm in discussion with the presidents of both entities to see how I can make a contribution as the Minister of Sports to having it grow, the sports grow, and to see how we can leverage the opportunity that exists coming out of the success of Alex, for example, and what he has contributed to the brand Jamaica internationally through his efforts.
Minister Grange says the youngsters' racing exploits have brought immense pride to the country and will further strengthen the sport locally. Meanwhile, Powell, whose goal is to race on the F1 stage, has his eyes firmly set on the upcoming World Championships.
It's the biggest event of the year, so a lot of preparation goes into that. Hopefully we can take over the form that we had from the European Championship and put all the effort into the World Championship.
Powell made history when he signed to a Formula One team at age 11, becoming the first Caribbean driver to do so. He will be competing in the prestigious FIA Karting World Championships from September 15 to 18 in Sarno, Italy. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Theodore Henry. Thanks for watching.